Hey everyone, it is Kai, and we've got another episode of VG Top Decks. Now this week it feels like there are less Japanese lists, maybe because of the rising cases in Japan. I don't know, right? They're still running some of their BVFLs, so it could be that, but we have seen some of the bigger tournaments like be postponed or shut down, so it could be that. Also, V Clan Collection gets released tomorrow, so maybe a lot of people are just very hyped to play V. This is Japan, of course. They love their V, not the drink. But the format, so that'll be something cool to see next week, to see how the V format changes and if there's a lot of interest in it still. So yeah, bear in mind we will go through every single section. If you submitted it via hashtag VG Top Decks, then you're at the end of each kind of ride line / clan section, and if you submit it on Discord, there's only one person. Spoilers. You will be just featured at the end. Now, to make today interesting, I'm going to try and name every single ride line and clan name wrong, just to annoy people with I don't know, OCD or something like that. So trigger warning, I guess. And we're gonna start off with probably the I don't know how to call this name wrong, like Bruce, right? How do you mispronounce it? I guess we can call it like Bruche, right? So we've got only a few Bruche decks today. This time we're starting off immediately with the VG Top Deck section, simply because there is no Japanese Bruche decks. So first off, we have our good friend Neil again, Team Killer Shop Vanguard Day. Got top 4, lost to a Bastion who over-triggered again, heard her. It was a fun tournament overall though. We'll post my rumble, and of course praise our Lord and Savior Ram Prage. Is it Prage or Prage? I don't know Twitch lingo, right? I need to study more on that. And yeah, he's still like, I mean, he's messaged me, he's showing maybe I should go back to the Baromagnes, but you know, he's still on his Bruce. I mean, he's been hollowing his Bruce, so of course, right, you know, you want to play what you pay, right? Payers are players, and you gotta play your pays. I don't know how that works. But yeah, it is your good old standard Bruche deck. We've got just, you know, he's got the nice 20k tech there, but apart from that, we've got the Rainbow Trigger lineup. Actually, no, not really a Rainbow. Where's his last amount of triggers? Right? Oh no, it's just covered by the crit. So he's actually not running Rainbow. He's actually just gone crits and fronts, and then with the Marjorie there. So good stuff, man. The second Bruche deck here, we have Zambonini Ringonini. Been seeing some local moderate success with Leonardless Bruche. There are both pros and cons to not playing Leonard, but in my local meta, I think that Colossus is a better card all around. That is kind of interesting, you know, because everyone is saying how broken Leonard is. And you know, you should run Leonard, right? This feels like just more of a set one Bruche deck, except you have the Dobas, right? Well, I guess with Hellblast you just play like a... Is he running Hellblast? He should be running Hellblast, right? Is there any Hellblast? Huh? Am I not seeing it? Oh no, there. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, but I guess, well, in a way, right? If you play this deck as just like a big beatdown list where you just bash your opponent like 5 times and not worry about it, then that's an easy game too, right? So he's got more notes here. So while piloting Prison, I noticed how ineffective Leonard was in that matchup. Okay, that's kind of interesting. With Daryl Violet and Aggro Rouge, you have much more guard, and Leonard just isn't a problem, along with calling over Cheva Studs and bug motors to keep columns offline. Well, I guess if they're calling over the Cheva Studs, it also means they don't have any boosters, right? So you can technically, they have a lot of guard, but they're playing over their own cards, which is it's pretty annoying, yeah? Colossus is a 48k base with his skill and 2 of 3 from Persona Ride plus Hellblast plus Dog. 48k needs either 2 20k fronts, a perfect guard, or an over-triggered guard. And with the trigger, it goes to 58, which is basically unguardable without a perfect. Leonard plus Marjorie plus Predable is a silly combo they can get set up. They can set up great hands and strong attack patterns. Worst matchup versus Zorga. Zorga. Yeah, so he actually does go into quite a lot of discussion on it. He's got huge amounts of posts. But the pros, basically the pros of this deck is that you have a much better Prison matchup, since Colossus can refund the Soul Blast to call it from Prison. You tend to have better matchups versus Orfist and Bruche. And then, okay, it's got me thinking if Leonard was more actually necessary or not, so I began testing this version instead. Before continuing, understand that this is a local meta call for me personally. In my meta, we have a lot of Brand Gates, Dark States, and Stoicheia. This deck is also easier to pilot. You don't have to set up protobulbs and Marjorie shenanigans. That's correct, yeah. You can just play dudes in your face. Like, your soul should also be easier to generate too, which is one issue that I see a lot of people who play like new Leonard builds. They don't really pay attention to their soul, or they're just overall resources. So they just straight up lose. And I guess with a more simple build, it is less likely to brick. Cons. So cons of this version is that Leonard is a silly card that punishes people hard. You have less grade 2, so going second turn 2 aggro plan is a lot harder. Yeah, before you used to run the oh, I forgot the coolest card. What was his name again? The 10k shield. But now you know Brody. That's right, Brody. So now you don't. So you just actually have like very, very little grade 2 game. Yeah, I think this is a very good discussion on the topic. And there's been a lot of thought put into it. So I like this. I like people saying, you know, this is my idea. This is how I'm countering my meta. This is how I'm getting my wins, right? And this is what is working now. And you know, it is like, of course, if you go to a different place, then you'll figure out that local meta or that meta game, and you change things up. But you know, if you want a more efficient, if your meta game is just, if your meta is just like full of just Seraph Snows, and then well, just play what wins, right? Play what wins. So this works fine. So good job. I like it. Next we have is Kumatank, first place Bruchet deck from the $500 cash tournament, and okay, $500 cash tournament. That is a lot of money, right? For Vanguard especially, and I mean Bruchet just dominating. Looks like pretty standard list as well. Just no draws, no rainbows. Very favoring crits, it seems, that we're seeing from the West, and like, well, they're still running Eden as well, so pretty cool. And then Kumatank again with the third place Bruchet deck from Colorado, $500 cash tournament. And is there any difference in this build? Is he? Oh, this one's running 7. This is like, oh, he's running like 7 draws, but no fronts. So he's running 7 draw and crit. Which is, that's an interesting combination. Normally you see people run like draw in front because of the 20k shield, but you know, this guy's just running crit, so okay, that's cool. Well, look at this SP Leonard, man. Wow, crazy. And then the last Bruchet deck, we have Miracle Ton with the AGC D standard tournament. Played Bruchet once again because it's my only OD deck. Lol. Leonard is real good. Pulled off game-winning plays and cool combos with him. So yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. And just a rainbow build with 3 Edens. Yeah, that's a pretty good deck. I like it. All right, good job, man. Good job. All right, so next we have some Baromagnes. All right, this is a Japanese Baromagnes deck. It's all right. I think this is the guard restrict, right? Guard restrict, but apart from that, just the standard, very standard Baromagnes list. Next we already move on to VG top deck. So we've got Rose Velvet in the AGCD standard weekly tournament report. The champion was Angmong Lang with Baromagnes, and yeah, is he just adding more pictures every week? I don't even know half these people. Yeah, so well, Gungaram, you know, running Gungaram? Really? Still running Gungaram? Alright, that's cool. Curtis, no draws, not even any draws. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna actually post his own tweet as well. So he said, notes, deck list basically stolen from Josh at JoshLu2208 lol. Though I might make some ratio changes. This is just a solid high roll option in the meta right now. So okay, super high roll option. All right, that's, I guess if that's how you make that's how you make Baromagnes work, then that's how you do it. Right, that's how you do it. All right, cool. Next we've got Bastiones. All right, so Bastiones really dropped off when the Lyrical Monasteros came, and yeah, I mean, well, I guess everything dropped off. So there's kind of less, and like, let's be honest, a lot of these lists we've seen heaps of. The only change has been just more people running Rafael Sauce, just because there's less Bruce players as well. So they're more willing to try more things in the back row, even though kind of a lot of people have adapted to not even playing things in the back row because they just don't need it. They don't need it. And we see like Fasado is just gone. Just only 1 here with 3 Rafael Sauce. That's all right. Not a crazy good change, I think, but it's like I can see why. Interestingly, right, there is this guy, there's Shunsuke, who won one local, right? And then the next day he won another local. So nice to get featured twice. Literally played the same deck. The only difference I think is he placed his Fasados in his like in his order in like different places. I mean, we can take a look, right? Spot the difference, right? Okay, so his order's here on the very right, and then now he's put the order, swapped it with the perfect card. I think something's here a bit off, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah, you top twice, you get two features, right? Pretty cool. Next, we've got another one. Just pretty, again, we see more of Falsos, but that's kind of it. And now we just move on to VG top deck. So next we have is a New York card fight. Thursday's winner at next level in Brooklyn was Religio, aka Shark, again, using Bastione. Shark's Knights. I play Bastione because I love the consistency and versatility that this deck offers. And as I've said before, Bastione best deck. All right. And there's some notes here. Shark currently has the most D format wins in New York. Be sure to check out his channels to see some pro level gameplay and overtrigger that bell button for updates on new videos. So limited knowledge gaming. All right, so go check that out, guys. If you win multiple times, we'll say an ad for you. Oh yeah, look at all those SPs. It's true. It's look at all those SPs. Nice. It's wow. Good stuff. Next we have Chris, all right, Mr. Different Fight, and finally your VG Top Decks Top 4 that brought us some of the most intense and crazy matches we've ever seen. First place was 984 Smurf with Bastione, that's Mervin, right? And then second was Asaptos with Baromagnes, and then third place was Reiko with Orfist, and fourth place was Chair with Seraph Snow. So yeah, pretty crazy. The top 8 breakdown, there was no Bruce, by the way. Yeah, like I think I've said in other videos recently, is that you know, you have to be careful when you play Bruce, and I think a lot of people just brought, like, when I'm gonna pick a meta deck, and they pick, yeah, Bruce is pretty meta, and they just brought it, and they died. And some of them played each other, of course, but there were 21 Bruce players, so there was actually, that was the toppest amount of decks. Well, I mean, the biggest portion of the player base was playing Bruce, and they all died. They all died. But yeah, let's kind of look at the lists, right? We have the Mervin's Bastione list here, and then second we've got the Baromagnes coming second. Pretty crazy, right? Baromagnes really just doing well, right? Doing well, and just still kind of like a standard list, right? Still pretty standard list, but yeah, it's good. Then Orfist here with just this the World Searcher, and then some, yeah, just pretty good. Overall pretty good. And then last we've got this Seraph Snow, and just what is this? I think some of these they're running like fronts and draw. Like the Brandgate lists we're running, I think here was like 3 fronts, 3 draw. So kind of a weird trigger lineup, but if it works, it works, right? Personally, I like just maxing out crits in front, especially with Prison, because you can you just have a decent hand and can get a bunch of shield. But I guess if you just want some draws, then sure, it's fine. Getting some draws to dig into more pieces is good too, so that's nice. And then Mervin did post his kind of his thing. Didn't expect much, but thankful for how far I went. Top cut matches were really close, and I enjoyed facing strong competitors. Thank you, Different Fight, for hosting, and Transgram for the playmat, and everyone who stayed up to watch. And I think I did watch one of his games, and that was when he was playing the Bastione mirror in Swiss, where his opponent's only out was like an overtrigger on the 6 damage, because even if he healed, I think his power lines were too strong, and he did get that overtrigger. And that was Mervin's, I think, only loss. So yeah, that is pretty GG's. Pretty GG's. Next we've got Hexaorb, right? We have this Hexaorb list here, and this is, bear in mind, this is the same guy that's been getting those local wins these last few weeks, and I guess we can just call him the local legend. He is the Tora, right? Tora, the local legend Hexaorb player. Yeah, I mean, if you've been recognizing this map, then yeah, it is. I mean, he probably doesn't even need to change the picture. He just like post the same picture every day, or every week. Just here's the picture, dude. I don't even need to lay it out. I just keep on winning. Just keep on winning, right? But otherwise, we also have New York Card Fight. Saturday's winners at Fordham Comics in the Bronx was Vaughn using Hexaorb. And deck name is Lost Prophets. Hellblast is not a lingering 10k, stop that. Yes. So a lot of people don't realize that, you know, Hellblast, when you use it, it gives the current front row 10k. But if those cards change at any point, they don't have the 10k. So usually what happens is like you empty a spot and Leonard calls something out and you think it has a 10k from Hellblast, but it doesn't. So be careful, boys. Be careful. Yeah, Hexaorb decks, always nice to see. I think they're very under-repped, underappreciated sometimes, but with some good players, they do take the wins. I think a lot of people do favor the more heavier grade 3 count. This one is just absolutely not favoring any grade 3 count at all, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, the trigger lineup's fine, all that is good. So good to see. Good to see, right? And then we also have a Monster Stroke deck list. Uriel, right? Uriel still going strong. We see this pop up like every top 8. There's like one Uriel list. And you know, I guess every single this is like the Eugene or the Eugene list. You know, before we're always trying. I hope we see one of them, but you know, Uriel always does it and always tops because it's actually a good deck, right? Isn't that insane? Yeah, good stuff. Next we have Nirvana, and I mean this has really dropped off quite heavily, this list, because just the meta has really changed. The Sarath Snows decks just dominate this, especially the new support. It's just gone super popular, and yeah, I think it's kind of dropped off. It's just got some not great matchups. In terms of this deck itself, it's got some interesting cards. You know, it's got this grade 2 that I don't think anyone runs at all. This Blaze, are they getting ready for Blaze Maidens? Right? Is it? Are they getting ready for Blaze Maidens? I don't know. But apart from that, that's only the weird card. I think this is a... Oh, maybe this is also very weird. Is it grade 1? I can't really see what... Is that a Reno? Is that a Reno or a Rhino? Whatever you call it. And it's not a Trickstar, because all the Trickstars are here. But yeah, this again, still, there's no Valientes. Just Urges. Just good grade 2s and normal Virenas. Oh, this new grade 2 is actually the new PR. You counterblast 1, and then you rest 3 Mikos to draw 1 and give your front row 10k. So it gives your Vanguard the ability your front row gets 10k. So I guess that's pretty cool, because then it just makes your Trickstars hit without boosting. So that hits like 15k, and with the Persona Ride, it's like 25, which is quite strong. So yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a pretty good PR. I think more people should probably pick it up. But yeah, the next Nirvana deck, we're already moving on to VG top decks again. We've got Demo Dean, placed 4th on Morikawa remote tournament with Nirvana. Still misplayed too many times in the deck, especially me forgetting to use my Tensha. Yeah, not using your Tensha stead is a big misplay. Is he only running 2 Trickstars? Only 2 crazy. I was like, is he running Trickster starter? But he's not. Only 2 Trickstars. All right, nice. And then 2 Valientes as well. I mean, everyone loves Valientes so much, man. Why? Just take it out for more Trickstars or something. Yeah, good job, man. Good job. Yeah, you can see chat, not chat. Like the replies. Dang, two Trickstars, crazy spices, living on the edge. Then we got Nick Jack with the Deuce Remote Fight Server Tournament. First place was Ryan Roosley with Dragon Empire Nirvana. And yeah, still got the Valientes there. All right. Oh, you guys love your Valientes, man. You guys love your Valientes. And then second place, we've got Kevin Thaddeus, is it? With Lyrical Monasterio, Felty Rose. Okay, Felty Rose. Is it just pure Felty Rose? Not even the Ballistia combo? Ride line. So yeah, no, it's just no, she's got it. Yeah, so Willistra, yeah, with the combo, but the rest of it is just the Felty Rose and then the Ghost. So yeah, that's is he even sleeved? Is half of these cards even sleeved? And it's like on the floor. It's like on the floor. What? All right, right, next we've got Dragonic Ovelord. We've got Conan, all right, decided to troll locals Nerd Haven by sidestepping into Overload after topping the VGCS with Hepta, and whoops, 4-0. Bastione, Bruchet, Prison, and Nirvana. All right, good stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good, kind of more defensive focused, it looks like. Yeah, all right, that's good. There's also got a side note. VG has gotten beautifully cheap with overdress. I put this deck into TCG to see how much it is. I picked it up with my cred at my shop, and even accounting full value on commons, it's pretty low for a solid deck. Pretty sure Bastione and Bruchet are pretty close to this too in our tier 1. So let's take a look, I guess. 62 bucks. It's not bad. It's not bad, man. It's pretty good. All right, next we've got Eugen. This is Mr. Tanks, the guy always trying to get that Eugen dub. All right, so Necrocard's weekly remote 3-1 with Eugen coming second. Second. Just missed out, mate. So let's see what he said. I legit cannot get first of Eugen in set 2. It's impressive. And interesting enough, Eugen got buffed. So, you know, not being able to get it, man, you need to try harder, mate. But at least your mat's good. You got a good mat. All right, good job. And yeah, I think this is a pretty standard build of Eugen. So, good stuff. Next, we've got Magnolia. And we got some interesting lists here. I think is this the, no, I don't think this is the Urgelacon. We're seeing people like test things with this order. I don't really like this order. It's just, when you play it, your back row gets 5k, they cannot boost and they cannot move. Like, the problem with this order is you have to combo it with, Dama Inaru or like, the Persona Ride to make your back row be able to attack. But, you know, they're also playing this new PR, which is just in the back row. I think it gets like 10k, right? And then if you have 3 or less regards, cards in the same column can't be targeted by your opponent's effects. So yeah, that's kind of good, right? Just depends how you want to develop your columns. You can go like 2 to the front and 1 in the back if you don't have the Persona Ride, and then your Magnolia can like give that back row attack, and that's cool. But then it doesn't. You want the full power, right? The full power to make your whole back row attack. So that's, yeah, it's a bit iffy, but I guess it's good to try new things. Next we have the Meta Dragons. So top 4 for locals in Indianapolis. First place was Magnolia. So this is just the nice Ursula swap combo, it seemed, but they're also running this, right? They're also running this, so it's got a bit of everything. Second place was Bastione. All right, so pretty good, just pretty standard overall. And then third place was Zorga with yeah, you know, got the sharks, orders, regurgitation, bit of everything. Yeah, I think it's pretty standard list as well. And then fourth place was Orfist. And this one, sort of like Istolate, kind of the Istolate build. Heavy Eclipse Moonlight though, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, good job. And then lastly, we've got the Saram's list here. This is his take on Magnolia. I went second the entire day. I'll try this deck again next week. So his list is also running this new order they're testing out, but he doesn't run the new PR, it seems. And it's got Wild Intelligence as well. So basically a lot of beefy cards that get power that can attack from the, well, not attack from the back row, but they get power. And then I guess you're just kind of relying on your Magnolia to like give the back row attacks with the Dama, you know. And then you see like Mantis giving power as well. Yeah, it's in the 6th draw, so pretty good. Next we've got Zorga. So this is a New York card fight. Sunday's winner at Card Quest Inc. in Queens was Frankeli A with Zorga. He's a long-time Granblue fan. Tearful Malice is a bad card, don't run it. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not, or he's just pointing out don't run this Tearful Malice that he is running in his deck. So I'll let you guys figure it out. I will let you guys figure it out. But yeah, apart from the Tearful Malice, the rest of it is pretty cool. And seeing this, there's a lot of, he's even running, I think it's like Reclamation, right? So he's got a lot of different orders. Pretty much just the toolbox order build. And yeah, no draws, that's good. Yeah, no draws, that's good. I don't think draws are that insane in this deck. Is he running that, like, he's got a random tech grade 3 there for the Bastion matchup. So that's cool. It's good. Good, I like him. Good job. And the next Zorga deck is Chris the Red Flash Chalk. Alright, today I got first place in the Morikawa Standard Tournament with Zorga. Won $50, and the knowledge I won with my favorite deck in a loser's run-esque way. Losers run-esque way? So you went to losers, right? Oh no, there wasn't losers. You just went 0. You went. Looks like you went 0-2, and then you won off there. So your tiebreakers must have been insane. Tiebreakers must have been insane. All right, good job. Let's see. Let's see what you do. You're running 2 of the bind though. The getting rid of the bind card, the bind orders, right? So it's interesting. Normally you just run 1, right? But he's got Reclamation, 1 Nectar. Yeah. At least you're running Agony. Agony is good. I like Agony. And are you running the Tech Grade 3? You got the Tech Grade 3? I don't think he is. Oh, unlucky. Oh, only 3 Hendrina. All right, that's okay. Yeah. All right. Good job, man. Good job. Easy $50. All right. Next we got the Seraph Snows deck, and this has gone so popular recently because of this PR. Just good matchups all around as well. Easy deck to pilot. And yeah, this like trigger lineup, good trigger lineup, right? 8 crit, 3 front. Oh man, easy as pie. Easy as pie. The next one is this. Is it the same list? Pretty much the same list. I think it is. I think it's pretty much the same as this is the meta now, right? For if you're playing a Seraph Snow deck. Here, all right. Oh, this guy's got way more. He's got way more of the hand order. But what is he cutting? Well, he's adding draws. He's adding draws. Okay, so that's a bit of a difference. It's a bit of the difference. But let's look at Derek's list. Derek Dow. Good Games Morning Standard Tournament. First place was not Derek. What is he doing? What? This was Raiden. Raiden Taylor with Seraph Snow. And yeah, well, he's running the. He's still running the old man. Still running the power. And this should be the power boost, right? So he's running a bunch of power boost cards. What's this trigger lineup? You know, 4 fronts. All right, no, 7 fronts. What? That's crazy. 7 fronts. Oh no, he's got prison. Ah, yeah, all is forgiven. You're running Prison World, right? Prison World. So yeah, all is forgiven. Yeah, good job. You did well. He's got a good match too. Second was Fraser Dealer with Seraph Snow. This one is actually just a pure build, and got what? Yeah, 7 crit, 4 fronts. Okay, 3 of the hand order. Still running this booster too. Okay, so overall, all right, pretty decent. Third place was Darren Yo with Zorga, and okay, Agony, yeah, okay, cool, nice build. And then 4th place was Tham Fan with Boucher. Wow, look at this, man. This is a high SP build, All right, good stuff. Now next we have is Azar from the Brunei team. In first place we got Mockery with Seraph Snow, and got the. So I've been looking at people play, and Lamone, they use it primarily for like the Bastion matchup, you know, because you usually can't lock stuff on their field because people play super lame in Japan. So if you get these 2, then the only way to you can kind of pressure them with Lamones into like facades. So if they guard it, well, they're forced to guard the facade. Or they allow you to get 2 prisons, right? 2 cards from the drop zone into prison, and they lose a Fasado as well. So you got things like that. Or you can do something like your Vanguard attacks into a Fasado, and then your Lamone attacks into Vanguard, and your opponent goes, okay, do I guard this, or do I want to take a damage? Because usually I'll be damage denied. And then, but if I do just take 1 damage to be able to do something next turn, then he gets his prisons kind of. It's kind of got the mind games going on there. And this guy's, what's with the 7 fronts? 7 front decks? Wow. All right. And then next we have is Azar with Stoichea, Magnolia. So this one, is it just the Ursula swap? Ursula moving? All right, not that many Coochies, but you know, oh, this is pretty much the same, you know. It's nice. All right, good stuff. What is here? Yep. All right, pretty good. Third place with Arm with Ernest, correct? Pretty standard. What is this flex slots? Actually, where is the flex slots? Oh no, yeah. So he's got 3 of the bouncy boy. I mean, girl. Actually, that's a pretty bad way to call it. And then 4th place, we've got Arith with Eugen. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. It's nice to see you guys again. And then lastly, we've got Slack Mode Chair with his list in the FRF WCC tournament. Yeah, he got 4th place. Yeah. So, good job. Right, pretty good Strath Snow list. Right, just as good as it gets. Oh yeah, as good as it gets. We've seen it before, but yeah, nice to see you. See you. I like his win and loss is just a smiley face or a frown face. All right. Lastly, we got the Orfist lists, and immediately we're going to VG top decks again. Right, just foreign. It's foreign time, dude. So New York card fight. Friday's winner at Toy Wiz in Nanuet was Mario C with Orfist. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and over-trigger that bell button for YouTube notifications. So if you look him up, I guess you'll find it. You'll find his channel. But he was playing Orfist. He was running the Isolate builds. So that's cool. I think that's him, right? He's using himself as a Shadow Army token. You can see him masked up as well. Next we've got Leonard. The KJ Hobbies Remote Fight Tournament. First place was Real Miggy with Orfist. And just using Isolate build again. And then second was Boucher with Kairi 2011. So yeah, let's see his list. Alright, yeah. Leonard 2 Eden. 4 draws. Alright, that's nice. And then third place was JC with another Boucher deck. Another two of these shields. And then draws. I think they're pretty similar lists, right? Maybe it's like a meta thing. They play similar lists. Yeah, this guy's not running Eden, it seems. So okay, that's cool. That's cool. So good job. And then third place, or not third list we have is from Kumitang. This is the second place Orfist list from the Colorado $500 champ tournament. Yeah, this is a world searcher list, right? It seems with he's added quite a lot of defense here from that, so that's pretty cool. Good job. And then we've got the Kumitang 4th place Prison deck from the Colorado $500 champ. So Prison quite popular. Yeah, this list is just pretty good too. 4 front, 7 crits, so valuing that extra shield, but you still got the 4 hand order. All right, nice. And then lastly, we've got Danamis with the FRF WCC VGCS top 8 with Best Boy Orfist. Thanks to Different Fight and Transgram for making this possible. Also, shout out to all the FRF staff that made this such a smooth experience. That's right. Good thanks to everyone who participated, as well as the people running the event. They spent a lot of time judging and running it too. So a big shout outs to them. And yeah, this is a full holo there. Pretty good. Is it? I think it's full. Maybe these two aren't holo. I think maybe these two aren't holo, or maybe it's just the lighting. But otherwise, this is crazy. This is a crazy list. It has to be holo, right? This is like this is Dynamis's favorite deck. It has to be holo, right? Are these holo? Are these do these Moonlights come in holo? Maybe they don't. So man, all right, good job. Moving on. All right, there is still a lot of decks. Okay, so we're moving on to Lyrical Monasterio. I think this deck needs no introduction. I don't even need to try to mispronounce this name because I don't even know how to pronounce it in the first place. So this is lol. All right, this is pretty much. I think this is a new meta, right? I think this is quite strong. Everyone's jumping on this train. This is the most amount of decks we're gonna see, and they all largely look the same. Most of the time, I think we looked at this last time. It was just like absolute domination in terms of list-wise last week. And yeah, so overall, I think if we looked at the JP tournament list this week, it's kind of dropped off. It kind of went back to normal. The Bouchers have come back. So yeah, that's kind of where it's at now. But I think I'm just going to speedrun this pretty quickly because unfortunately, a lot of these lyrical lists do look pretty much the same. So yeah, the only difference would just be like this guy's running what 4 of the for this 11k booster that can countercharge when it's on the center slot, right? Or center column. And then the rest of these are just defensive powers or stuff that gets power so you can hit 13k without their boost. That's pretty much it. So that's that one. Here's another one. Yeah, pretty crazy. Just more of the power gainers. Yeah, cool. This guy's running something, running stuff, right? Literally, like, a lot of these things are also just various different arts as well. So it's not even. I guess this is kind of interesting because they're running the power order and less of the crit order. Normally you run like just like the first list we've seen, max this one out and just threw this away in the bin. But this one's running the 3k Lyrical, which is weird. Yeah. Next we have just this again, same idea. Here is it same? Pretty similar. We can just kind of go through it. This one's running 2 of the power gain order. That's kind of interesting. Normally they don't. Normally they just run 1. Oh, this guy's running 3 of the shear, 3 shears, which is only 2 of this card. This is like this gets like 5k for each of your set orders in your order zone. So this gets massive power. This actually gets massive defensive. It gets shield. So that's interesting. They're running 2. Normally you run like heaps of them, man. Yeah, so this guy's like laid it out in a weird shape, super weird shape. And here is just more of the 13k hitter. And yeah, this one's much more standard that we've been seeing a lot of. And yep, here. What is this? 12k. I think this calls a 11k booster, but it has to boost her specifically. So, but does he even run it? I don't think he runs it. I think he's just running it as like a waifu card or something. Wow. Okay, next one. Or does it? Yeah, I think it calls a specific card. Unless it does something different. Can't really. No, it says it gets power. Sorry, I thought it was like 12k. Is it? It is actually 13k. I think it just like gets 5k power. I think it looks like it just gets 5k power. So okay, that's nice. That's fine. I guess it's the same idea, right? Gets power. Next one is all right. Nothing really. Okay, he's running just the defensive order that gets like 30k for taking damage this turn. And what about this one? Yeah, pretty similar to what we've seen so far. And yeah, so if you want to build a Loro list, you've got so many choices. They all look the same. The only choice you have to make is what crit trigger you want to run. And I guess we've seen the new innovation here this week has been people running shears in their lists. And here's just, is this person running a shear? No, that's it. But then we got Ranger for show, alright? Cardfight Vanguard offline at the Vanguard Clinic. First place was Ivan with Lorophenol. Well, that's an interesting way to call it. Okay, and how is his list run? It's just, I think it's pretty much what everyone else has run, right? Yeah, alright, cool. Second place was Bjarn with Overload, right? Dragonic Ovelord deck, right, cool. And then third place was Zessar with Bruchet, right? So, alright, good. Got 2 of the TD trigger, yeah. TD null, I mean. Alright, cool. Next we got Willistra, and we got Kuroneko at the AGC standard tournament. Deck used was Willistra Rush. Just spam field and pray for shite. Checked over trigger 3 straight games. Thanks to Saram TCG for returning the favor. Okay, so I guess that's how you win with. That's how you do well with Willistra. He came 3rd. Just get over triggers, right? This is the only Willistra deck we're gonna see in 2 weeks, and unfortunately, there isn't any there isn't any like Felty Rose winning decks. So yeah, unfortunate. Next we got Honest Correct. We're just here seeing what flex slots they run. This person run Bouncy Bounce. What about this person? Oh, look at this guy. What a sneaky dude, hiding his tech. All right, skipping you. This guy's running the defensive. I think this would be pretty much the same as Rose's, right? Oh no, he's not running 12 crit. So yeah, just 2 30k shield and 1 15k. Next is just Bouncy. I think we've maybe seen this one. Bouncy girl again. This one is got the 2 30k shields and the 15k. And then we got Caesar cards. So Vanguard tournament first place was Radiant Valor. It should be Chalice. And he's still got his, I think this is the same build as last time, right? Same build as last time. Second place was Winston with Dragonic Ovelord. Third place was Dr. Ty with Magnolia. That's not Magnolia, but I don't think he's shown it. And then fourth place was Jason with Astias Ghost. So he's running the Astias Kairi, but then he's got the Willistra ride line, and he's got the Ghost thing. So this is kind of the knack build, right? This is the knack build. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like this list. It looks pretty fun, and interesting. But we just haven't seen it that much. But Jason's done, man. Then last thing we got Chalice is talking about his run, right? He didn't really say much. He just said round 1 Overload, second round 2 Overload, third round Magnolia, and then fourth round was Felty Rose, and then top 4 was Astias Ghosts, and then finals was Overload, and he won he won everything. So no losses. So yeah, pretty good, guys. Pretty good. And next we got LS Deal. So LS Deal was I don't know why people like LS Deal so much. It just feels so boring, especially the Black Wing build, right? Especially the Black Wing build. So I mean, they're running the whale to get power, but the problem with Black Wings is that they don't do anything. Unlike in Yu-Gi-Oh, these things just, the effects are very subpar. I don't know what to say. Like, it's just not very good. I'm not a huge fan of Blackwing. If you want to build LS Deal, you got to build White Wing, which is what basically everyone else did. You see, this is White Wing, right? And it's all reliant on this grade 1, giving your front row crits and controlling the game like that. So that's pretty crazy. Next, again, another White Wing player. It's correct. And then lastly, yeah, White Wings. White Wing supremacy, right? Everything is just White Wing except the first guy playing Black Wing. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Black Wings. So that's pretty much all the LS Steel lists. And then lastly, we've got some Astias lists, right? So this one is this is kind of an interesting one. This guy's running one of the grade 1 LS Steel. And this one lets you, the whole idea of this deck is that he rises at grade 1 and he prays that he hits a grade 2 or a 0. And then if he does, then for the rest of the game, he can use his grade 2 Black Wings to do things. Personally, I don't think they do much at all that really matters. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting idea. If he hits a null or a grade 3, right, his basically all his grade 2s and vanillas and don't do anything. But hey, it's a locals, right? It's a locals. So that's what it is. Otherwise, once he hits grade 3, he's just like bouncing things. Creating empty slots, and yeah, just doing the normal Astias things, right? And then lastly, we got just a kind of more standard Astias Kairi list. Just, you know, hey, look, it's Lieselot, it's Scuffed Lieselot, it's calling something down, yay, cool. But yeah, just doing the normal stuff, nothing too crazy, nothing too, nothing like a mix, nothing of a mix, just a pure list. Actually, it's not that pure. It's not running the grade 2, right? The grade 2 that bounces. I think if you look here, it's this one. So this one's kind of strange. I don't know. I think this feels like kind of like a budget list, and a lot of these cards are like weird numbers. So this one is 6k. She's like 6k. I mean, this is 3k, but it gives 10k to something else. But it's just like really weird numbers. So I'm not a huge fan of this one. But yeah, that's basically. At least we saw some Astias lists this time. Compared to last week, but this week we saw no Felty Rose lists, so it's kind of a trade-off. All right, moving on. We have our other formats. All right, we got one Kagero's deck today. This is just turnabout list. I mean, this is a new Kagero card coming out, right? But yeah, no, good old lacrosse would work. And then next, there's a run-up player was playing Royal Palladium. All right, so just Sanctuary Jewel Knight. All right, so pretty cool. Next, we've got Nubatama. So this is from Miracle Ton. Played Nubatama, Shiranui, no Tobitachi, and Gengen because no money and hard to find in English where I live. Oh, okay. That's fine. Not an optimal list, but still had fun and placed 4th. Made do with what I have, so still pretty pleased. Yeah, that's something. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And you know what? Well, Clan Collection's coming soon, guys. So this V stuff is gonna change. Right. Next we have Genesis. right? Genesis, Astral Poets, right, from Japan. No, this is premium. Whoa, I got gypped. It's got Genesis premium. This should be somewhere else, but I should have scrolled down, to be honest. I should have scrolled down and paid more attention. But usually the Astral Poet premium lists don't run this card because you kind of like, well, no, they do, right? It's the Ephemeral one that doesn't run it. Yeah, so they do run this, but usually they run more stands, shouldn't they? All right, pretty cool. All right, cool. Genesis premium, nice. Next we've got some Golden Palladium lists as well. This is just a straight up Spectral Duke list or a Spectral Dark list because I can't see anything here. All right, we've got Lois Hong. 5 Dreadgod Blank is a pain, but not bad for first time use in 20. Yeah, 5 drives are a lie. All right, 5 drives are a lie, but good job. Next we've got Paul Moon. Right, this is Kuroneko's Paul Moon lists. He came second. I think this is just like an online tournament. Kai delayed this for 1 week. Smile. Oh, okay. Maybe we should just post this next week. Yeah, I think this is a bunny list, right? This is a bunny list. Oh, is this? No, I know this list. This lost to Ragey, didn't it? Man, this deck sucked. They lost to Ragey, dude. Yeah, it's actually a fun list. Fun Harry list. It does a lot of attacks. Makes annoying columns. Goes Excel 1. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Maybe you should post this on that next week. Alright, good job, man. Next we got Derek. Derek is Good Games Morley V Premium tournament. V Premium so first place was Derek with Nightmare Dolls, right? So wow, you playing Nightmare Dolls? Bruh. Crazy. Alright, good job. Second place was Camelo with Did We Expect Anything Else? It is Vanquisher, right? And then third place we've got Jeremy with Sanctuary Guard. Alright, okay, cool. And then fourth place we've got Chea JX with Eradicator. Wow, man, Eradicators. Alright, cool. Are we back to the every week we're gonna see one Eradicator? Man. Next we got Bermuda Triage. We got Fortune, came second at Necrocards Online Casual V Premium Tournament. I used a fun deck that I've never seen anyone else post a list for, so I figured might as well share. Deck's very tanky, but bad and auto dies versus control, so lucky I could dodge all the retiring decks. Okay, yeah, this is this is the one with the where you grab the scarf and you make your opponent intercept or something, right? Yeah, that's a pretty fun. That's a pretty fun list. At least it's casuals, right? So you don't have to face anything super crazy. Alright, good job, man. And then next, we've got Ikawa Skies in the Minky Weekly V Premium Tournament. Imagine missing first place because of OWR. OWR? So deck was Highlander. Is that a Fubuki thing? Wow. Oh, crazy. So you got second place, difference was 0.5% OWR. Is that because no one was undefeated? Alright, no one undefeated? That's just bad luck, man. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, boys. Alright, so good job, dude. And then now we move on to Premium. We've got Premium Granblues list. This guy is playing... Why does Japan like Ghostie Gyze? I don't get it. Are they all Secret Solemn fans? Right? Do they read they watch his video, he's like, oh, that's the bearded foreigner. This copy is Ghostie Gyze list. Yeah, so here's Ghostie. I swear we've seen so many Ghostie Gyzes from Japan, right? It's like, why? And then next we've got the real Notori set. I won my 7-man locals today. Not the list I used. I played Granblues. So he posted a fake list, but then he had to post his actual list. But it's not optimized. So I think Noto was a bit, I don't know. Maybe they were shy, posting this list. But don't be shy. You can post not optimized list. Not every list has to be optimized. We can gaze at the unoptimization, right? And go, okay, this is what an unoptimized list looks like. Yeah, no, he's got Flanger. He's got Flanger here. Yeah, Flanger goes Skull Dragon or Ghost Dragon. It's like Heroes of Might and Magic. Skull Dragon. Okay, it's not that bad, man. Come on, it's Granblues, and you're talking to a person here who doesn't understand anything about Granblue, right? The person who does is either in Europe or is at home that I can't go to because we're in lockdown. So yeah, I think it's a good list. Thumbs up. Good job, man. Good job. And then lastly, we're ending with a premium Glandios list, right? So this is not really a premium list. I think this tournament they decided to go old school and play an old format. So first place for this list was Glandios, and then second place was Silverthorn. Third and tied second place was actually Ezel as well, and then fourth place was Chaos, and they were old decks. So I mean, it's nice to see nostalgia, right? Look at this. Come on, man. Aren't you guys? I miss this. I miss this thing. Maybe not that many people miss it because it just brings bad flashbacks. But you know, you can play it in Zero, right? You can play it in Zero, but you could also play it in real life. Look at this. Look at this. Is like remember back then when everyone was going, "What the hell is a triple reverse rare? How do we get this card?" You have to wait for the PR. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cool. Nostalgia's cool. All right, just next week, right? Probably gonna see more V-Clan collection. Maybe might even see some premium, right? They release new cards. People try it out in premium. Make new next. So it'll be pretty interesting to see. All right. Lastly, my friends, we have just one deck from the VG Top Decks Discord submission, and let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we've got a list from Nico the Baka. Right, got first on my locals today with the Master of Gravity Baromagnes, and then yeah, this is his list. So a bit of a different one. It's running two of the cheapest triple R in the entire set, I think. This is SP, so it's probably the cheapest SP in the entire set too. So yeah, that's good. I mean, it's cool to see some Baromagnes showing up in the locals. So that's, I mean, at the beginning of the format, I think everyone discounted Baromagnes because, you know, one, team tournaments, no one wants to play this when they can play Bruche. But now, you know, everywhere we've just been seeing this kind of pop up a bit. So it's nice to see it's a bit more diverse. Seeing some, you know, maybe it's just not fully Bruche lists dominating Dark States, but at least doing some work, right? So good job. So that's it for this week. Hopefully I didn't trigger too many people because of just calling everything wrong. But yeah, if you guys want to submit lists, remember hashtag VG Top Decks, or submitting it on the Discord is fine too in the VG Top Deck submission channel. But I do prefer Twitter. And then yeah, hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys have fun. I think if you guys want to watch the VODs for like the FRF VGCS tournament, apparently they're super hype as well. I think DF is going to post them on his channel soon, so go check that out, right? Otherwise, that's it from me. Hope you guys had fun, and I will see you guys in the next video, right? Produce later. Bye.